Okay, now we're just yeah. So we just well, actually, this kind of works out now because now we can do the original plan. This can come out on Christmas. So yeah, we just record. We were trying to stream this episode for you guys, but YouTube decided to say no. We're just not gonna like pop the stream up on your channel. Like it just didn't pop up even though it was streaming. But it's whatever. Anyways, now I gotta go back over everything that I was talking about in the beginning. Frick. God dang it. So big news for Destined for Doom, which is my band that I am the vocalist of. We just finished tracking our EP last week with at Hell Here Studios, and yeah, it sounds pretty freaking good. It's in the production phase, and we got a pretty sick feature on the EP. Can't tell you who, but they are a very well known deathcore vocalist that people try to attempt to cancel. They didn't deserve it. They didn't do anything wrong, and yeah, literally, Robbie. Robbie, who's the engineer, he was like joking, like, "Oh yeah, maybe you could get this guy as a feature," and I was like, "I mean, I'll message him and see what happens," and then yeah, uh, so yeah, and this shit sounds fire. Like even he said it was fire. So yeah. Anyways, uh, there wasn't that much releases this month, but William dropped a song for Eternity's Edge called Decay. Go check it out. Or You're a Bitch. Um, and my homies in Mortis dropped a new song called Your Fate Has Been Decided. And I'm just gonna go all over all the new releases real quick. Um, No Cure dropped an album called I Hope I Die Here. It was pretty good. They're straight edge hardcore, so yeah. Breakdown of City Sanity dropped a new song called Perfect Enemy. Silent Planet dropped a fucking banger called Mind Frame, and Nate Prez dropped his debut album, so which is a rap album, but yeah, it's sick. So yeah. Anyways, William can say what he wants to say. Hello. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, now I made a self promo channel, so it's fine. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I never even I, I never even told you this, but my buddy Caleb, he actually saved it onto one of his playlists, so that's pretty sick. Yeah, yeah, uh, yeah. Also, he actually got into beef with none other than the man who loves to start beef with everybody. Can you guess who the hell I am talking about? It is the man, the douchebag himself, Ronald Radke. Because he said something on his post and he reposted it, and I was just like, damn. I was like, I mean, hey, because this dude, he said that he was gonna post the EP when it drops. I mean, if he keeps getting publicity like that, plus the feature I got, it's pretty good for me. So, because yeah, Destined for Doom is supposed to be a like actual band, not a shitty local band. Uh, so yeah, and we are planning to take over the deathcore scene. So yeah, it's like it's kind of surreal. Like when like we finished the EP, it was just like wow, like this is mine, and like I got super proud. Also, I had to take a 1 hour, like a 2 hour Uber drive to my other friend Caleb's house. It was more like a brother. His name's Karma in the server, but yeah. Uh, but the Uber driver was cool as hell, and I was like, dude, you should start a series called Uber Podcast or something, because like I feel like I'm getting interviewed right now. And he was like, dude, that's literally funny because like I actually thought of that. I was like, you gotta do it, and the next time get me on it for real though. So that was sick. But anyways, this is a special episode because it is the end of the year, and you know what end of the year means? End of the year list. So, um, and since we kind of already talked about our end of the year list, I'm gonna look at my honorable mentions. So these are the bands that are not in my top 10. So I'm just gonna get them out of the way. Number 20. Well, yeah. Honorable mention number one is the Death of Slim Shady by Eminem. I like rap a little bit, and this is a cool album. Obviously, Eminem's the GOAT, and yeah, it's a good song. And then another honorable mention is Bloom Maybe in Another Life. It was a really good album, their debut album, but I just didn't really listen to it that much because it got overshadowed by a lot more things that released this year. And then another album that I really like, and this artist was in my Spotify Wrapped, which was I Am Jake Hill, Bad Times Friend. And then we got a controversial album between me and you, at least. And I hated this album when it dropped, but it is Bring Me the Horizon Next Gen. And then this is another album where, like, I don't even think we really talked about it that much, but it was Poppy's Negative Spaces. And then we got If I Were You with or Without. And then Job for a Cowboy, Moonhaler, Darko, US, Starfire. And then this band is going to be shocking. This one's going to be shocking. Knock Loose, You Won't Go Before You're Supposed to. Yeah, it's an honorable mention. And then Eminence of Black. But yeah, Knocked Loose is honorable mention because I played that album to death. So I'm just like, I don't even want it to be on the list. And like now I feel like it's kind of like overrated. Which sucks because like I am just like, I'm a actual Knocked Loose fan. I didn't find them from TikTok or from fucking Jimmy Kimmel or Coachella or any of that shit. Like, I just saw them live with Beartooth in 2018, and then I was just like, oh shit, these guys are fucking crazy. So, yeah. Anyways, I guess let's do it the other way around from the way we're doing it before, because just to make this a little bit different. So we're not doing the same exact video we just did. Alright, so my number 10 is going to be Devitalize, State of Regression. These guys are my homies, but I genuinely do like this album, and it's produced by Robbie Litchfield, the guy who's working on my album, or EP. But yeah, this album is really good, and it has features from Tom Barber, from Chelsea Grin, and it's pretty sick. My favorite song is probably Karma Sutra or X, actually. X underscore X is probably my favorite song. That chorus is super catchy. That's kind of why I would call them a metalcore band, not a deathcore band, because they have cleans. And like, I know having cleans doesn't make you not a deathcore band, but just like the way they do it, it sounds more metalcore. So yeah. Anyways, your turn. Woo. I have that band on my head. Yeah, I feel like they have. Oh, yeah, Tyler's a sick vocalist. I was almost gonna get him on one of the songs on the EP, but then we got this feature, and then we were just like I asked Tyler before, like we talked to them, and he was like, "Dude, no, like, no problem. Like, I'd rather you guys get more like attention and get like somebody that, well, he was like what's it called? Like, I was gonna say he was said like get somebody that you actually want, but I really did want to get Tyler on the track, and he said that we could do one in the future. So yeah, definitely want to do something kind of like they're doing with the 2010s metalcore, because they kind of remind me of like or like Suicide Season, Bring Me the Horizon, till Supernatural era, Bring Me the Horizon, because they have songs like the Cabal, which are like more heavy and stuff, and those kind of sound like that era, Bring Me the Horizon, and then yeah, they're also on my list. They're actually, I'll just say it now since we already recorded this video, so you already know. But I'm just gonna say that they're at my number 8, so I'm not gonna mention them when we go to 8. But anyways, now I'm gonna go to number 9. My number 9 is Grayscale Season with their is it their debut album? I think it is. Feel Something New. I just realized. But yeah. It is produced by the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Doll Daddy, Mick Gordon. I mean, not Mick Gordon. Wait. Wrong one. He's a gent daddy. Uh, uh, Buster. Yeah. What's their old them all? Yeah. But yeah, it was a fire album, and isn't it like 9 songs or 8 songs, which is weird. Like it's not a 10 song. Yeah, that's weird. Like why are bands doing that nowadays? Save money? Like what the fuck? Like when I do an album, I want it to be 10 songs or 12 songs or 11. 11 is like acceptable to me. Anyways, yeah, it's a fire album. My favorite song is probably Verified. That song's pretty catchy. Uh, and yeah, you can do your next two since I've already said my number 8 as well. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then I guess I'll like elaborate a little more on my number 8, Saving Vice. Um, my favorite tracks on that album again was the Cabal. Leap of the Faith was pretty good. Uh, Blood or Wine was the first one I checked out, mostly because Tyler told me to. And I was like, oh shit, like the lyrics are deep. And like, it's kind of like purposely like supposed to be annoying. Like, it's supposed to get like stuck in your head, I guess, or like be obvious. And like, I realized I accidentally stole part of their chorus because, well, not like, the actual chorus, but like they said like victims of vindictive hate, and now we got a song called Vindictive. But I don't know why that was funny. They actually did reuse a breakdown I noticed for Destined for Doom. I don't know if Robbie even noticed that, but on the second or first track, there's a fill that sounds almost identical to the fill that they did on the EP for Destined for Doom. And then it goes into a breakdown, which also they do as well. I think it was on one of the first 2 songs, but yeah. And then another one of my favorite is I gotta look actually. Well, Tomorrow's Too Late. Um, Pas Oriente, which I'm pretty sure is translated to the art of dying, and then the Covenant in Trauma Suba. So yeah, those are my favorites. Yeah, yep, yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel like I feel like I shut up. Yeah, that. Well, backwards out of heaven. Well, I was gonna say since you didn't let me fucking say shit, I was gonna say that I think my influence slightly influenced yours because I said the album wasn't that good when it came out, and then you said it wasn't that good, and then when I saw them live, I was like, oh shit, like this album's not that bad now that I like heard it live, and then you were like, oh shit, it is not that bad. So I thought that was interesting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's got some bangers on it. Uh, I still think it's. I don't know if that or Neon is my least favorite album because I don't think I really listen to Neon that much either. But anyways, I think one of their best albums. This is gonna be a hot take, but it's Drift. Drift is really good. It's had some bangers. Yeah. Well, I thought you said what's it called? Hybrid Earth, the one with Hybrid Earth. Oh, okay. Yeah. Uh, anyways, my number 7 is a new band called Foreign Hands. They are like a mix of metalcore, hardcore, 2000s under Earth vibes, and I thought it meshed really well. And yeah, I'm a big fan of it, and yeah. One of my favorite songs is God Under Fingernails. I like every song, but that one just like the breakdown, and they use their own name as a call out. It was like Angels of Stone Mourn as love dies by foreign hands. That shit goes hard as fuck. But yeah. Anyways, your turn, motherfucker. Yeah, for real. Yeah, we're locked in. We're locked in. Or I know. I know. Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, all right. So my number six pick is also debut album by another Buster band, and it is "Excessive Guilt" by Throne. The only thing I would say about this album is not that it's even too short, is that like some of the songs do kind of sound the same or like have the same ideas, but I kind of get it because they do the like 1 minute, 2 minute song thing. And I honestly think Extended Pain was better because one, it was shorter, so I feel like there wasn't like any room for copy paste and like I don't know. But my favorite songs were definitely Bloodsucker, On the Verge, Backfire, uh, Look at Me, Guilt. In fact, one of my breakdowns of the year is on this album. So yeah, not my breakdown of the year, but it's on the list. But yeah, they, oh wait, speaking of Slaughter to Barrera, they said that they were going to drop their album in October, but they didn't. Good. Thank God. What? I, Burnout. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Alright, well, my next pick is a band from Australia. Uh, actually, the next two are from Australia. Um, and this is like, uh, wait, I don't even, well, this is their second album with their second vocalist. And, yeah, this album is Alpha Wolf, uh, Half Living Things. And, yeah, I think this was, I don't think this like it wasn't that big of a step down from A Quiet Place to Die, even though I feel like A Quiet Place to Die had like something that this album doesn't. But I still feel like this has a lot of bangers. The only songs like well actually for me I wouldn't say there's anything I'd skip, but if I had to skip anything it'd be Sucks to Suck because the call out's kinda cringe, but yeah. Well, it's because like I appreciate more like it's not a pissed call out. Like if I want to call out, I need it to be like I don't know, like You will pay. I mean, you will pay when I see you in hell or some shit. I don't know. Something hard, like I don't know. It doesn't feel hard enough. Arf, arf. Yeah, that ain't it. You know what would be funny if that album was at number 2, but it's not. It's not even in my top 10. It's not even in my top 20. Anyways, your turn. You you burnt my shake. Alright. Well, as I said before, my next spot is another Australian band, and this band did have my album of the year for a good portion of the year. I feel like it flip flopped with Knocked Loose, but yeah, I ended up getting knocked down. But yeah, this band doesn't like get as much recognition as they deserve. I feel like and that band is Diamond Construct, uh, Angel Killer Zero, and yeah, they're a sick band. My favorite songs on this album, they might be a little cringe, but Clickbait Zero, You Want That Scene Shit. That one was that's a cringe name, but like I don't know, I like the song. But my two favorites was Faded, which apparently on Last FM I'm the first person to have that as my obsession, which was cool, I guess. And then uh, uh Clickbait is another one of my favorites. But yeah. Oh wait, sorry. Danny sent me a video of him practicing wait, what was it? What was the album? Oh yeah. Okay. I thought so. Okay. Anyways, my number 3 I was like, I'm paying attention, but I'm also trying to pay attention to this too. This album, what? This album was also produced by Daddy, Buster Oldham, Mr. Tall Guy, and it is all from the New World. It was really close to being album of the year until I started listening to another album. But yeah, this album was really good. You said, I think, yeah, it was earlier in the year that thought they would be big, and now they are pretty big now. Even though I feel like they still need some more recognition, um, amongst the metal scene, but it's pretty good so far. And one of their songs, Aquila, is in contention for Aquila, whatever. It's in contention for chorus of the year for me. So we are Black Hawk here. Two. Yeah. Oh yeah. Uh, that album was sick, and I listened to it a lot when it came out, but it kind of got lost in the shuffle of a lot of other albums that came out this year for me. But this album constantly kept coming back up. Uh, this number two pick, and it was super close to winning album of the year. It's a band that I saw live that I almost fucking died seeing because I got like almost my head taken off in the pit when I saw them. But this band is Boundaries with Death is a Little More. Um, and yeah, this album was fucking sick. It had Ass Beaters like A Pale Light Lingers, Turning Hate into Rage. It had some more vibey songs with Easily Erased and Scars on the Soul. And some of the more pissed songs again was the one with Matt Honeycutt. Like, I feel like both of their voices match each other pretty good in tone. So, yeah, pretty fucking sick EP, or not EP, album. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. 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 Fun. Fun. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So that's the one. The Pale Light Lingers is the one that I almost got my fucking neck broken on. Like this dude literally came flying up me up first, and I was just like, "Let me get out of the way." He burnt my shake. I'd rather be dead than forgive. Ooh, okay, well this number one honestly surprised the hell out of me because they're a band I talked about a little bit, and even on the last episode, like I wasn't even like crazy about them, but now like it's like a complete 180. Like I don't know why I fucking fell in love with this album so hard that I was just like, you know what, this is my number one album. And this is a really underrated band, in my opinion. I've been listening to them since 2017 when I first heard them was Too Far Gone. Well, that was a single, and that album was also called Too Far Gone. Of course, if you know that song and that album, then you know I'm talking about Cane Hill, and they dropped a new album called A Piece of Me I Never Let You Find, and that is my album of the year. I feel like they literally pulled off the Death of Peace of Mind from Bad Omens, but with a better sound and a better mix. And dude, Elijah Witt's vocals like are so fucking good. Like his range is really good, and I feel like not enough people talk about it. But man, like I was just blown away, and I seen them three times. I seen them in 2018, and I saw them in 2022 when they had Blood and Honey out, and then I seen them again this year, which kind of put them back on the map for me. Like every time I see them live, it stops me from forgetting about them. Which now at this point, I will not forget about them. But uh, yeah, every time I see them live, I'm just like, oh wow, this band's sick. But I don't know why. Like, I wasn't even like super impressed with them live. Maybe because I was seeing Signs of the Swarm and they're a deathcore band, and Cane Hill is like new metalcore. But this album was fucking sick, and yeah, my favorite tracks were honestly like the first three songs. Well, not including the intro track. Actually, like the first four songs. Uh, Midnight Sun, Ecstasy and Grief. I always knew we were doomed. Fade, which there's two fades on the album, which is weird but kind of cool. Drowning Therapy. Those were all my favorites. And then I also like Eye to Iris, and then Permanence and Sleep. And yeah, it's just a really fucking good album. What? Watch, watch, yeah, watch. You're like, damn, what the fuck? I would have put this at my album of the year. Even though I don't have Thaw yet, it's gonna be in the future. Yeah. It's oh, oh, Gadget cycles. Yeah. I hope I hope they go on tour and then Destined for Doom can open for them. That'd be sick. But since we got that out of the way, let's just say our number one song. Well, actually, before I do that, let me give you my top five worst album of the year. I'm just gonna list them off. They don't deserve to be talked about for more than 1 minute. The first one is Wage War Stigma. That album sucked. It was like they mixed what's the fucking album? Pressure and Manic together, but took all the good parts of Manic away. Uh, then the next one for me is Linkin Park From Zero. This isn't Linkin Park, I'm sorry. And if you think it is, you're wrong. Um, and then next is As I Lay Dying, Through Storms Ahead. It's Tim Limbesis. Moving on. Falling in Reverse, Ronald. It's Ronnie Radke. Moving on. Skillet, Revelation or Revolution. It's Skillet. That's it. Oh wait, I have a top five EPs of the year, and some of these are like smaller bands. Number five is Ruins of Perception, Ballads of Blood. They're kind of like black and deathcore. Then Am- Ammonia, I think Goddess Wept, that fucking album. I mean, that EP was EP of the year for me for a while, but yeah. And then we got Disembodied Tyrant, The Poetic Edda. Uh, I actually started listening to it more recently, even though it came out like earlier in the year. But it was kind of one of those things where everybody was talking about it and I was like, okay, great. I don't care. um, but yeah, I'm glad I checked it out. And then NDO's dropped a fucking EP of the year. contender, and into everything. Like literally, it was my EP of the year for a week because out of nowhere, Counterparts dropped "Heaven Let Them Die," and I was like, of course you're gonna be EP of the year. So yeah, even though I would like to give a shout out to the band Half Me because they dropped a really sick album and they're like also up and coming, kind of like alt. And I didn't really get to check it out, but it is fire. Yeah, yeah, actually, yeah. Even though you're still gonna enjoy the Destined for Doom EP, I feel like I have this idea of what song you'll like the most though because there's zero repeating parts, and that song is Vindictive. That's the only song on the EP with no repeating parts, which I didn't notice it until today. I was like, oh shoot. Like, I was like, this is my favorite song on the EP, and I was like, oh, maybe that's why. But not to say none, all the other songs are fucking fire too, but like, I just noticed that. And I feel like the song that has a feature will probably end up being my favorite, but it's just that one section of the song has no vocals on it right now because, yeah. Somebody's featuring on it. And then singles of the year, I put a Visceral Rush by Whitechapel, Signs of the Storm, I Won't Let You Die, Shove, Intent Flying Black Flag, Soft Spine, and Perfect Souls from Spirit Box, Forsaken and Hymns of Decay from Great American Ghost, Lie to Me by Termina, and Technium from Fit for a King. If I was to pick any of them, I would say Flying Black Flag by Shadow, but actually no, Soft Spine by Spirit Box. I think that's one of their best songs in a while. Actually, even though they've had like bangers consistently. Well, that doesn't count because I was doing like non-album, like they're not on an album this year. Shit, I know, but I was putting well, fuck you too, because now they're on full album. Alright, and then breakdowns of the year. I got Boundaries, Turning Hate into Rage, Counterpart, Praise, No Artery Intact, Knocked Loose, Blinding Faith, All Echoes, Foreign Hands, God Under Fingernails, Half Me, Quitter Talk, A Visceral Rush by Whitechapel, I Won't Let You Die by Sons of the Swarm, Still Hurts by Grease Gill Season, and The Plot and You Don't Look Away. Oh yeah, Blood or Wine. I've been listening to that song all day today. I don't know why. It's probably because of Echo Chamber. It might have been. Oh no, that was Trauma Supa. Yeah, yeah. I told Tyler that was my favorite. I told him that was my favorite. He said that was one of his favorites too. So I don't know. My chorus of the year goes to Cane Hill. I always knew we were doomed. And I'm not going to go more into the list because we only have 3 minutes because PlayStation has time limits on recordings. So be fast. Oh yeah. We, I also had Aquila on my list, and I had a work of art by Ice Nine Kills as well. Time. Anyways, yeah, those are our list and everything. Uh, and this is the last episode. What? Well, we only have 2 minutes. Destined for Doom. My real answer is Spirit Box because their new album is gonna probably dominate. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, we will see you in 2025 because this is the last episode of the year. Merry Christmas. Go fuck yourself. From Boston. Goodbye.